Page 42, Menuetto. We got another Menuetto. This is from a sonata, and they give you the K and the L. It's just another way of cataloging the pieces, because every composer had their own unique numbering sequence. So this K73 for Scarlatti would be a different piece from a K73 from somebody else. Yeah. Let's look it over. It's a page long. That's got repeat signs all over, so it's really twice as long, but it's only a page of music to learn. Treble and bass clef. No sharps or flats in the key signature. This is in the key of C major. So do the scale in arpeggio for C major and A minor. Okay. 3/8 time signature. Menuetto, why isn't it in 3/4? Well, the idea is a feel of 3. Here, 3/8 feels like 3/4, except now an 8th note gets a count. Well, that means the 16th note gets half a count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. One hand at a time. Again, I want to check the fingering and the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and thumb. Gonna connect them all right now. Sounds like a sequence going down. Here. 1, 2. Let's measure 10. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. And measure 17. You don't need a natural sign. It's a natural anyway, but to be clear. Whoops, what's going on here? Measure 19. 1 and 2 and 3 and. The A's come on 3 and. So that B is right in between them. Those are 30-second notes, but here it'd be like 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 1 and 2 and 3 eanda, 3. That's all. Don't make them triplets. Ba 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 ba. No, that's a triplet. Don't do that. The first 2 notes got to be quicker. There. Then you go on. Left hand, what's it doing? Well, you're up here. 1, 2. Hopefully you know the notes that are there. You need to know these notes. Glad you like. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Measure 13. Then 1 and 2. You see the 2-1 and measure 14? You're playing it with second finger and immediately go put thumb on it. You substitute one finger for another. We want to connect the notes. Here. Thumb on it, but I just used thumb, so I'm going to use it here and then put thumb on it. Measure 20. I can't connect that. It's too far apart. I'm not that, the hand's not that big. So just lift up and move. You do what you have to do. And I'm changing hand positions now on the repeated notes. And then that's fine. Then we put the hands together, and I'll hesitate. That's okay. So it's just here. Here. Let's go to measure 13. Right after the repeat signs are here. Here. So here, remember that. Together slowly, and then I'll go back over just a few measures at a time, and I'll work out the hesitations. And hopefully you can get to where you can play most of this without looking at the keyboard. But if you can feel your way around, or when you're moving like this, you need to develop a feel for where these keys are. Then we add the articulation, and this is pretty. That's fine, you can do that. Again, Scarlatti didn't put in dynamics and articulation in that. He just put in the notes. It was up to you to do it. And this is fine. You can use what's there. There's slurs. Lift up. In the left hand, he's connect. That means you're lifting up in one hand, lifting up here, but not here. Now, a measures 10 and 11, I'd connect all that here. Connect all that. that together. So it's start with measure 9 and connect. Connect all that together. And then going on is back. I'm kind of lifting up here, but not here. And then again, in the left hand, going from measures 16 to 17, I connect all that together. Here, I'm lifting up in both hands. This is starting on measure 20. Here, lift up here, lift up here, lift up. Yeah. So go ahead and follow what they're suggesting in this, the articulation, except in the second line, I would connect this left hand. Together in the left hand. It's similar to what you get in the third line starting at measure 17. It's similar to that. It's a little bit, it's a similar idea as I connect it in the second line. Then I have the dynamics, and for the most part, it's going to be the right hand. So you can keep the left hand out of the way, mezzo forte. And then at the end of the first line, come down. So in measure 9, now you're sort of soft here and soft in the, and come down to soft here. And then going on after the repeat sign, moderately loud, it's the right hand. Then soft, you're echoing that at measure 15. Then moderately loud here, in the right hand. Here, and come down, soft, go up, follow the dynamics. Then the speed. Well, 1, 2, there's a gentle, not fast. Now the repeat signs, you see how, you know how repeat signs work, okay. It's quite common back in this time period to slow down at the end. When you're finally done, the second time you played it, to put in. They didn't put retards in the music. It was up to you as the player to just interpret it that way. And you would just slow down at the end. Now, if you happen to be playing at a dance and people are actually moving to it, I don't recommend just slow down because it messes them up. Just keep going. You're just done. You're just done. And then they'll figure out you're done when they don't hear you anymore. There are questions at the bottom of this. Again, we got the semiquavers. There is a crotchet in there. A crotchet is a quarter note. They tell you that. Semiquaver is a 16th. A quaver is an 8th note, and a semiquaver, it's a half an 8th note, is a 16th note. It depends on what country you're from as to what you call these notes. So here in the United States, we just call them quarter notes and half notes and stuff. In England and some countries, they call them quavers and minims and semiquavers and all that.